is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Yeah, Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Please! No! I didn't do it by myself. Whitney and Bobby help me. Please!
House coming up, man. Y'all can hover over the roof. Y'all don't even have to stop, man. Y'all can drop me off. I can be out here, man. Y'all, cause I know y'all probably got shit.
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Twitch? Shout out to my Facebook group, The Low Key Cave. Anybody that's watching us live, we are back in the Low Key Cave, and we back with my top 5. This time we're doing something a little different. Not doing no horror movies, not even technically doing movies. We doing a top 5 reality TV shows from the early 2000s. You know, to me, a lot of these reality shows were some of the ones that, to me, kept it actually reality. Because a lot of the ones we get these days is like scripted based reality. Like they go over certain things before they start filming, and they might mess something up and say, oh, let's record this act or let's record this scene or whatnot. And to me, a lot of these early reality TV shows, they weren't doing all that. Like even with the fighting and stuff, you could tell that it was real fighting. It was real things going on. So that's one of the things we wanted to get into. And I honestly wanted to try to do some reactions to certain things as far as the shows, but I started thinking about certain things. There's a lot of music playing in these shows with these certain shows, and I'm like, ain't no point in even taking the time to try to get the copyright claim and whatnot. All that's gonna be all in there. So yeah, I decided I think I'd do it this way. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Nadia, my co-host, for coming through again and joining me. What's going on?
Hey. Not much.
How your week been so far? I know it's only it's Wednesday. Damn,
Wednesday.
My days, man.
It's going. It's going.
Okay. But I think one of the ones on here you might not know about. I don't know if you remember, but do you remember N1?
Yeah.
You remember when they used to come on Street Ball during the weekdays or something?
No,
it was be on ESPN. Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, I had to add that one in the list because that's one of the ones that me and my brothers used to watch all the time. Not only coming from like those older mixtapes, because you had N1 coming out on VHS tapes and DVDs, and it was hard to come about those back in those days. But when they started doing the whole TV show, like the competition or whatnot, that's one of the ones that was.
Oh, okay. You know what? I did watch that.
Yeah, that's like you probably know what I'm talking about, Professor Nim or whatnot.
Yeah, I remember them talking like getting interviews from certain ball players and stuff like that. And that's where you start learning their names and their moves and shit like that.
They would have like people like Chris Brown on there. They had like Shaq coming through on there. They had a lot of celebrity appearances on there and real NBA players. But I'm gonna get into them a little bit more when I bring them up or whatnot. But I do want to just mention that the popularity at that time was almost above the NBA when it came to N1. Everybody was on N1 and video games, shoes, and all that. They was on N1 drastically. So the fact that they got a whole show on ESPN should let you know just how big they had got.
Yeah.
But one of the first ones I want to start off with, of course, is Making a Band. To me, that's definitely the number one reality show at that time, above all and beyond. I feel like that one was so big at the time, it got the recognition of getting thrown on shows like Dave Chappelle. Even going back and watching some of those episodes, they was on CNN. Like, they was out here. They was big at the time.
Yeah. I watched all of Making of the Bands, like the one with the band, the one with Danny Kane, the one with Day 26. I didn't watch the one where he made O-Town, I think it was, and I think that was the first band he made.
That was the first one. I didn't watch that one.
I didn't watch that one, but I did watch the other three.
Cause I remember them saying like a comparison, like y'all can be the next O-Town. I was like, was O-Town big?
Yeah, O-Town was up there with They wasn't as big as Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but like they came in at the tail end of the boy band thing before Southern rap took over everything.
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's what killed the boy band era was Southern rap. I don't know why, but it did.
And you talking about like the NSYNCs and Backstreets and whatnot.
Yeah,
Okay,
NSYNC,
okay.
Backstreet Boys,
Because I started thinking about B2K and them and whatnot.
98 Degrees, and it was another one. They had that stupid song talking about Chinese food makes me sick.
Oh shit!
Bruh, I used to watch a lot of MTV when I was younger, so yeah.
I did too, but I was like on the what was it? Road Rules,
Road Rules, Real
Real
World
World, all
Shit.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think even Snoop Dogg had a show out, Snoopadeli's TV Television or some shit like that. It was like a parody
Snoop.
show, something like Dave Chappelle or something.
Yeah.
But as far as my number one, definitely got to be making a band. Making the bands, like I said, around that era was one of those times where you had a lot of these young hip hop artists and R&B artists, and even with that first season, we was following not just like Ness, Chopper, Sarah and them. You had Mysterious, the girl rapper. You had what was the other one?
Jay
Damn that song.
Mills.
Yeah, that was when he battled. What's the name? He wasn't on the
Jay
competition.
Mills and E-Ness was
Yeah.
always battling.
I
I
was trying to
forgot
think
who.
about some of the ones from the first season before they got like the group made. Because I know like Mysterious. Because I know she got upset. I was mainly remember her because she was one of the ones that got real upset when he started naming everybody in the group.
Yeah. I don't know. I just remember them two, just her and Jay Mills, and then I mean it was a lot of talented people. Uh, and I was like when he was making the band, I was like, where is he going with this? Cause like
Yep,
yeah,
one of them.
Mysterious. They actually put her on one of the songs.
They
First of
actually,
all, did you listen to the album?
yeah, I remember. I liked
Okay.
some of the songs from the album. I was sitting there surprised because I went back and listened to some of them today, and I was like, damn, some of this alright, but I watching the episodes, it was like, damn, this shit sounds the beats was trash. Oh, I don't know.
Yo, I mean, but like I don't think he had them working with like top notch
Hell no.
producers at that point in time.
That's
You know,
understandable though.
but
Them
like
niggas,
but he had Danny D Kane working with better producers. I don't know if cause he got more money. Cause like you gotta remember this is like the first time it
yeah,
was on
this shit.
MTV. Because I don't even think when he made Old Town it was on MTV. I think it was on a whole different network. But like getting that MTV money, they got money to blow.
That's why I think it was the recognition of just getting them on TV, having the ones that had the most like charisma, had the most personality, getting them put on TV. So I think they had to mix some of that in there with bringing them in to do the music. At the same time, like they gelled together somewhat. I will listen to some of the songs. I'm not saying telling you like, damn, this was one of the hottest records out here, or one of the hottest albums out here. But going back and listening to them, like it wasn't that bad.
Nah, it wasn't.
It wasn't that
I
bad.
mean, I like it. I like it for nostalgia purposes. It holds a place in my heart. But
I think
like,
that's what it is too.
yeah, because if you try to play that for these new age children, this new generation, they gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I mean, shit, you talking about the little yachties out here. No disrespect to little yachty, but you talking about all these other rappers that saying this, talking. These niggas was rapping somewhere. E-Ness was actually rapping. I listened to some of his
Yes,
words. I'm like, damn, this nigga rapping.
yes,
Like he
yes.
was rapping.
That's like that's like when they tried to make the second album, and they was like,
Oh,
"It's
that
this
shit was
return of
trash.
the Loch Ness
That one
monster."
shit was trash. He had some good song. He had that one good song, but the beat was trash. I don't care what Diddy was talking. That shit was trash. Diddy,
I,
Diddy, Diddy got an ear for it. Listen, you talking about somebody who don't shit about music. I ain't in the industry or nothing. I'm just saying, when it comes to having an ear for music and beat wise, it's like, damn, Diddy, was you listening to some of these beats? No, nigga, no. And even with other superstar artists, some of them beats, you could tell Biggie was sitting in there with him like, no, nigga, I'm putting this beat on here. We not going with that shit right there. No. I'm gonna give Diddy his credit though, because I don't seen him work with Nipsey Hussle. Shout out, rest in peace to the great Nipsey Hussle. But Victory Lap, he was doing certain things on there with him, so you got to give Diddy his credit. Pusha T, what was the last one? Darkness Before Dawn. I know he worked with some of his music, so I ain't gonna sit here and just say that about Diddy, but it's just some of the beat wise as far as with the band, and even with I ain't gonna go into all Diddy catalog or whatnot, but as far as this one, this was one of the best ones as far as making the band and watching them do some of their battles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they made him change his. They made him change his name from Chopper because he's from Louisiana and
Hey,
yo,
hold on. Chopper was doing a little good rap name. Wait a minute.
no. I'm saying they made him change his name because
Oh
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
Chopper, yeah.
Yeah, the
So
Young
so
City.
they made him change his name to Young City or some bullshit like that. By the time
Man.
the album came out, then Fred crazy ass Florida boys, man, that nigga right there, Fred.
I'm gonna just go on right quick
When
because
you from Florida, you a whole different breed.
I'm trying to. Hey, don't. They had one episode was Chopper was like, whatever you say, don't make Fred mad. Because when he mad the whole time. And you gotta give him 5 minutes.
Man, didn't Fred fight everybody? Then Fred and Ness fight, and then Fred and Chopper fight. Like this was season 2
Chopper,
though.
Sarah's husband almost, because he was on the phone.
Yo, they got tired of Sarah's
Ness.
husband.
Oh yeah, what? He got on my nerves too when I went back and watched some of the episodes. But it was a minute ago when I watched some of these, but I was trying to catch up with some today when I was at work and I watched some of the first episodes. But watching him, the way he was trying to maneuver within him, I was like, oh yeah, get his ass up out of the studio. He was getting on my nerves.
I mean, he was trying to protect his wife.
Okay, I want to get to the one I was really wanting to, yeah. Not even really
Yeah.
her, Mysterio.
I
I
don't
want to
even
get to the
remember
other
where
girl.
Babs is from New York, right?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
New York. You know what I mean. Don't do that.
No, I know what you mean.
I,
I'm just saying
I was
though.
not about to throw out a specific area because I didn't know which area, so I just chose the whole state. This is like I said, Chopper was from Louisiana because I don't know what part of Louisiana, but like, yeah.
Here she go. Mina. Is her name Mina?
Mina.
Yeah. You weren't feeling calm. And she had just went against Mysterious too.
Mm-hmm. Babs wanted it, man. It's so sad, like knowing how they ended up, like, cause you know what I mean.
What you were
Like
saying?
it's just, like I think it's just sad knowing how the band actually ended up. Like they just disbanded and like that
Well,
was
yeah,
it.
but like I guess because I know Babs, she still do somewhat with battle rapping and whatnot. Even with Ness, I know they was doing like battle rapping, and she still be doing. So I think she acting and stuff too. The rest, I know
I mean,
Choppers do some things too. So I mean, they made history. That's why they
oh
on the list.
yeah,
They made history. So
most definitely, most definitely. But it's just like, it's sad that they couldn't stay together, but like that's what happens when you try to manufacture a group. You cannot manufacture a group. It's been proven over and over and
it's
over.
not just that.
They
Because even I know what you're saying too, all other groups out here, but those other groups was able to maintain and be able to do something with music. They came in and did one album, they was like they could keep it going. And the
But
fact that
name
they
a group
came
that's
off hungry.
manufactured. Okay, I get what you're saying. So like,
Yeah, you had Wu-Tang growing up together. They was like, they came in and understanding state property.
But that's not
Those type of.
manufactured. When I say manufactured, I mean it's put together by record executives.
Well,
You
yeah,
can't
hey,
do that shit. You can't do that. You can't just take people. You can't just take a group of talented people and be like, here, gel
yeah.
together and
Because
stay
I'm trying to sit
together.
here and
And,
think, like, is it any group? Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to think any group that was manufactured like that and they jailed or they was able to make something happen, but I can't think of none. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Maybe I could be wrong.
nah.
What? Okay, we're going to stop right there. Talking about she had a lot of rhymes stored in her. First of all, when you doing what you doing, you got to be prepared for anything. Like, what you mean? She had a lot of rhymes stored in her. You should be right there. You in the comfort of Diddy's house doing what you doing. You should have rhymes already lined up. Everything prepared for anything. Studio, whether it's battling somebody. What if he come in there one time and say, I need you to go out here and battle somebody right now? Like, you talking about somebody who came from the New York era, Biggie Smalls and them and everything. You should have been prepared for that. That's why I love this show, though, because I'm talking about like it just aired yesterday or whatnot. But definitely. Number one got to be making the band, too, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about that nostalgia, man.
What you said earlier is true. Like that shit. Like, yeah, he tried to manufacture a band, but their reactions, their fighting, that shit was real. That
Yeah,
none of this
that's the
shit was
part.
scripted.
Yeah,
This
that
shit
was
was
real.
not scripted. This was real, raw emotions. I mean, yeah, editing. Cause like what I realized about reality TV back in the day is that a lot of people are victims to producers antagonizing them and then filming it to get a reaction and then editing it to make these people look the way that they look. And a lot of people are like, you know, careers suffered because of being on reality TV because like people seeing this for the first time, like it's a lot of people that just starting to watch America's Next Top Model for the first time, and they're like, "Oh shit, that girl a bitch," and it's like, man, this is 15 years later. These people are grown, got kids, and probably don't even model no more.
And that's even with some of them. And them having that same recognition as far as the characters, I mean, the cast off making a band and the artists off making a band and having that tag along with them when they try to get other record deals or even further along when they got older and something like, I just now watched that episode when y'all was on there fight and doing what y'all was doing.
And it's like, that's 12 years, that's 10, 11, 12, 13. That's like, at this point, it is really like, what, 20 years ago?
Yeah, definitely. We in
Like,
2022.
yeah, these
But I like what you said as far as the whole this wasn't fake, and this is why I like to bring up these type of shows because I'm not saying I liked it because of the fighting, but it just showed you how realistic this was at the time. This wasn't scripted reality television.
yo, they said he let every Philly nigga down. Because, you know, that's from Philadelphia.
And that's the thing. Philly, Miami. Because I think this
Like
is
I
him
said,
and this. I mean, yeah, this is him and Fred.
yeah, Fred stayed into it.
This that reality TV we came up on.
Yeah,
2003.
that real shit. That real shit.
Y'all see how small Fred is, right? Look at Fred. He got that biggest little ass and got
Oh,
them nest ass
God.
all over the floor. They stayed fighting. Them two was the main ones that stayed into it, man. But definitely,
Yeah.
number one had to be making a band too. Let me see. I'm definitely got to go in my number two. I'm gonna get prepared right quick. Y'all let me know in the comment section is anyone that y'all feel like I left out as far as reality TVs that was early in the early 2000s era. That y'all feel like I left out. Because to me, the ones I have on the list, these are the ones that had that impact.
I mean, America's Next Top Model had a big impact, but obviously you not watching it.
Oh no, what the? No, why would I be? I don't think that's something that I would be watching personally. I mean, well, if I watched Flavor of Love back in the day, I mean,
No, that's different. That's different. See,
I'm making that
America's
comparison.
Next Top Model was supposed to be a modeling competition, but like I question how much of that they actually were trying to make these girls model because it just seemed like it's like how much can we make them go through before they break? And I'm like, these are teenagers. You got to think about it. These people was like 19, 20, 21.
So,
Like, they were young
you gotta
as
holler at Tara
fuck.
Brinks. Ain't that her
Bruh.
son?
It's so many people online that's covering the tumultuous life of being on Top Model that, like, we ain't even got to speak about it because she already get dragged, so.
Might have should have brought that one up then, but I see that one of the ones I watched, so I couldn't mention that one. I might put that one as an honorable mention. Going into my number 2 as far as my top 5 reality TV shows of the 2000s, gotta be Flavor of Love. The impact of Flavor of Love and Flavor Flav being somebody that was coming from Public Enemy, getting completely separated from whatever that was and being brung into this reality show. I can't remember when I first started watching this. I think I was hearing it on the radio or something. Everybody kept talking about it. I guess the fights or whatnot. I think the main one was the one we about to check out though.
I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't watch it until season 2, but I did go back and watch season 1. Season 1 was whack. First of all, he introduced us to Tiffany, New York.
That's the name I was trying to think of. Yeah, New York.
Yes, but first of all, she is reality TV royalty.
She's still doing her thing out here.
Hell
she got,
yeah!
like, be having some web series or whatnot. Yeah, she out here doing stuff still.
She is a personality. She is like out of all the girls, this is she shows
even Love and Hip Hop.
She ain't come on like everybody thought that. This
Not everybody on Love and Hip Hop. Not everybody.
Like nah, this wasn't no fucking character. This is New York.
And that's what I mean as far as reality TV. And I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of example right now in case some of y'all might be new to the scene as far as the generation we grew up on, as far as the reality TV that we got to watch.
Bruh. She was so mad she couldn't even
that part right there. It like she could have got to her. She stopped.
She stopped. I don't know if because like she didn't want production to grab her, but like I feel like she was just like like do I choke this? Do I choke her? Because to me it was a hesitation. Like after she mushed her, it was a hesitation.
I thought she had slammed on the floor. I thought she grabbed the back of her head and smushed it.
Bruh.
Oh man. Classic nostalgia right there.
Then the spinoff
I don't understand
came
that.
from
And I think this is the one where I heard on the radio people was talking about. What you were saying?
Yeah. The spinoffs that came from this. First of all, Flavor of Love, the first one, classic. The second one to me was the best season. Season 3, it was like it's obvious these girls just want to be famous at this point.
Matter of fact, hold on. So season 2 is that whole thing with that was with Delicious.
Yes. Season 2 was with Delicious. Season 2 brought us Delicious, Boots, Bucky.
Damn, you can name everybody that I ain't thinking.
Yeah, I used to watch the show.
The fact that you're naming all of them, I'm starting thinking about Monique's show, Charm School.
That's what I mean about the whole spinoffs. Because the spinoffs that came with Flavor of Love, you had
and for the love of money.
New York. You got I Love New York. You had Real Chance of Love. You had For the Love of Ray J. You had Rock of Love. And when they did Charm School, they took the girls from Rock of Love and from Flavor of Love and put them all together. And then they did another one from G's to Gents. Where the hell did they get those dudes? Oh, that they took those dudes from For the Love of New York, or I Love New York.
You talking about the Jamie Foxx show?
No, sir. From G's to Gents.
I thought
You
that
don't.
was a Jamie Foxx show. Or something
No,
he
they
produced.
did they did a charm school for the girls. They did from G's to Gents to the boat for the guys.
Okay, my
Right?
bad.
Yeah. I watched all
That was on MTV though, right?
MTV, VH1, both.
Well, I know they Viacom or whatever. I know they the same
Yeah.
entity. So
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. First of all, this dude was the prize. Like that was what was wild to me. I was like, they sure that's who they want to be with?
talking about Flavor. I mean,
Yeah.
you ain't want to go on there?
No.
No, I'm just
Hell no. Not even to just be famous. Because you remember, like back then, there was no avenue to becoming a celebrity besides getting on TV. That's why people used to get on TV. And like a lot of those girls, they was fake. Like they was all just, you know, trying to be something else or be what this reality show wanted them to be, so they could, you know, be a character. Like at some point,
I mean,
that's what it became.
they definitely created them characters. Like these are memorable people that you still remember to the day. It's 2022, and I forgot when the year that came out, but it was definitely early 2000s.
Oh yeah, because For the Love of Ray J, it just got ridiculous.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember? Yep.
Yes,
Danger.
I remember that, man. But
she smashed the homie. Danger. She smashed the homie.
Because if I'm not mistaken, but that was Flavor when he brung on Young Buck and them and everybody. But I think Ray J did the same thing. He brung on a bunch of rappers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But definitely got to put number 2 as far as Flavor of Love. That's definitely one of the ones that definitely left an impact as far as reality television in the early 2000s. You cannot mention early 2000s as far as reality television without mentioning Flavor of Love. The first 2 seasons anyway.
Better than The Bachelor.
It was though. It was definitely more entertaining. They was definitely talking about Flavor of Love more than The Bachelor. You will go back and check out some of them ratings. That shit might have been charting more than it, honestly.
Honestly, they call it like the pioneer of reality TV shows. Like
talking about Flavor of Love?
Yeah. Like it was a big, I don't think people realize how much of that show being a turning point for reality TV, because at that point people were willing to be a character and, you know, to be on TV. Because, you know, most of the reality TV shows that you had a choice to go on was like game shows, Big Brother, shit like that. You know, and that's still a game show. So these were all,
Oh, they definitely talking junk then, because they like, man, you ain't naming none of them big NBC, ABC reality shows from the early 2000s. No, they wasn't the impact.
No, they really wasn't. Yeah, like Amazing Race and all that shit. Like that's the shit that you had a choice to go on. And then this show came, and it was like, wait, these people are actually willing to be a character and for the ratings and become this character. Bruh. VH1 had a field day. They was like, what? We ain't gotta work that hard to make these people to do shit. It wrote itself. Like it literally, it was just like, what challenge can we put them in? Okay, this is the challenge.
A bar, get them lit. Let's go. Film, roll, and do not stop.
Right.
No matter what, do not stop.
Right.
I don't care what they say. Keep going.
Yep. And it was just gold. Cause I mean, and we watched it, and we was just like, It was hilarious though.
It definitely kept me entertained, and I was at a young age then, and my mom and them definitely had to keep watching it. They was in there yelling and stuff at the TV or whatnot, and all the fiasco that was going on. So I had to see what was going on, so it caught my attention. Definitely number 2 has to be Flavor of Love as far as top 5 reality TV shows of the 2000s. Going into my number 3, this is something you are not familiar with. I'm doing my ESPN Street Ball. Like I said, this was around the time of N1, huge era. This was everybody trying to catch the tapes. Probably Signal Hill Mall. This is when you try to go into the video store where they had the music store and whatnot. This is where they had the Smack DVDs, freestyle DVDs and whatnot. You had to catch your Trap or Die mixtapes or whatnot. Some that was like $10. Like, hell no, I'm going to the Chinese store. But anyway, this is where you could catch your N1 mixtapes. Like, this was where you try to go to, what is it, Party City or some shit? I'm talking about those big, they not big now, but these were the companies back then, or these stores where they sold just VHS tapes and whatnot, Best Buy and stuff like that. This was the only places that you could probably find N1 mixtapes. But I'm just saying,
I thought they used to sell them at like Foot Locker and shit.
Yeah, they sold them there too. They did.
Buy the socks too.
But around that era, N1 it got so big that they got to a point where I guess they got some type of television deal. And the first season was pretty much showcasing to see if they could possibly make it to the NBA. And one of the people that actually made it was Skip to Malou out of everybody. But then going into the second season, they did something interesting, which was basically like a competition thing where putting other street ball players into the N1 staple or whatnot. So I'm just going to check out some of those highlights right quick. I don't know if Nadia might remember some of these, but I think this is one of the ones that was introducing the professor. He was one of the most popular ones that they brung in. The main event is one of the original N1 players. Well, this take me back, sitting there with my brother and them, trying to watch the moves, and then we're going to pause this, because we can't pause it then, though. We had to just watch the whole episode, but then we're going to go outside and start making up our own names, going on the basketball court, looking like goofballs trying to do the move.
Yeah, my cousin used to be doing the moves and shit.
Trying to see if they're doing they had Professor on, but I don't see him. But yeah, this was actually one of the ones that introduced Helicopter too. And if you don't remember Helicopter, he was from North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, in Greensboro.
That's what's up.
I know the deal's probably here like, man, I don't remember some of this street ball y'all talking about.
I mean, I watched it, but like, I probably watched it once.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Traveling to Charlotte.
Now I remember some of the people, and yeah.
I finish this,
it just went in my lane.
I understand. Like I said, you was the sports cheerleading and stuff, though, you know.
Oh yeah.
Before I finish,
I was one of the few cheerleaders that actually understood what was going on the court.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, the N1 come to Statesville High at one point, because I know,
yeah,
it might have been hot sauce. Yeah, hot sauce.
It was hot sauce.
Before I finish this, rest in peace to Black Alamo. This is the person they showing right now. It's a couple of N1 players that have passed away. Rest in peace to Big Escalade. He another one. If I'm forgetting any of them, my bad. Condolences to the family or whatnot. But man, like I said, this is the nostalgia. This is their early 2000s reality TV. This was some of the best TV they had out when it was really, really reality. I had to play that part. I remember that. Me and my brother and them watching that scene. We was all in there rolling off there because we was in there actually in there eating a noodle sandwich. We had bread, and we would put the noodles inside of the bread. And eat. At the time, it wasn't even on no broke shit. We were just in there like doing what we do.
No.
At the time,
No.
shout out to those times, man. Shout out to those times.
Okay.
That's A&O. All right.
Damn. Just thinking back to 2003, like it's just like, bruh.
I ain't gonna stay in there too long. Like I said, I wanted to go back and check out some. I was trying to catch Professor because that's one of the most popular ones. But I wanted to try to throw Helicopter in there too. But like I said, I ain't trying to get no copyright claim. I don't know if N1 still got certain things out here with ownership rights or whatnot. So yeah. But if you was one of those people that was out definitely balling or you enjoyed the NBA at that time, tell me in the comment section, was you not watching N1 a little bit more than you was watching NBA? And I ain't gonna front, that was around the times where you had the Lakers, that was Shaq, Kobe, now. But if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, this might have been 2003, 2002. It was kind of that end of that Laker era because that's when you had the Pistons coming in and they had just beat them. And that was around the time Iverson was real popular at that time. And Iverson was like a street ball player. He did a lot of handles at that time. So that's why he was one of the main popular ones at that time. And he got a lot of recognition at that time just coming out what he was doing. And I remember when Skip to my Luke first got into the NBA, he was trying a lot of those N1 moves and he'd get called out by the referees. But
yeah.
Definitely a nostalgia point at that time. If you remember ESPN and N1 Street Ball, definitely let me know in the comment section. It was definitely one of the popular things at that time. They had like 2 video games that came out at that time. So that should let you know just how big they was at the time. I don't know if people was rocking the shoes like that, but I had a couple N1s. Definitely had a couple N1s. All right. I want to jump into our number 4 as far as top 5 reality TV shows of the 2000s. And of course, I couldn't do this without bringing up Jersey Shore. Did you watch Jersey Shore?
Hell no. I'm gonna tell you, I thought it was stupid. I was just like, they're not doing anything. I mean, they were, but they were like, to me, they weren't really doing nothing that was interesting to me. It was just like they was loud. They was always arguing. They was always at the club. They was out. I mean, culturally, they had an impact on a certain group of people.
And even those certain group of people didn't really like them.
I was not impacted by this. I thought it was lame. I was just like, bruh, they famous for what? For being at the Jersey Shore and partying? Like, bruh, that's it. And I was like, this.
I think that had a lot to do with
it. They stayed fighting. I remember when Nicky got punched in the face at the bar.
Oh, I'm definitely not. That one, that was that.
No, that was wrong as fuck. I just remember that because like it was such a big thing, and
I think that's
MTV wouldn't show the punch, but like everybody online kept showing it.
That's
like,
the thing, though.
It was just all over YouTube.
You bringing it up, I think that's what made the show so popular at that time because that was the first season, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's what took it to another height, and that's what made people start racking on to watch it or whatnot.
Yeah. The crazy thing about this show, though, is everybody thought them girls were stupid.
Who?
The girls. Everybody was like, the girls are stupid. And I was like, Snooki was like one class away from having a degree or some shit like that. Like, nobody on these shows are stupid. They just portray a character. They were playing a role.
This is probably, let me say this. Yep, I'm glad you said that. This is around the time where we was getting scripted reality TV. By the time Jersey Shore got into like their second season, they was 100% started being scripted.
Yep. 100%. It was a storyline that they had to follow. They had to be this person. Like Snooki not that.
This was real. But this was drunk fighting. This
they did a lot of drunk fighting.
Yeah.
And that was just...
They would get them real drunk.
Yes. I don't even like... I don't even like know them like that. Okay, I know their names, but I couldn't tell you, like, other than like Snooki It's like, okay, so you got Snooki, J Wow, and Sweetheart or some shit like that. And I
Sammy
was
Sweet.
like, yeah, Sammy Sweetheart.
Nah,
Yeah.
you watch this. Nah, you watch it because you
No,
start
no,
naming names
no.
before me. Nah.
No, I did not watch it. I just know cultural references
Yeah,
because
okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm the type of person that could win like a pop culture quiz, but like I ain't watch shit. I just know because I watched a lot of TV and I get the references. I know people that watched it, but I didn't. I was like, so like you be in somebody else's house and it just be on, and you just be like, and they names were under like anytime they did like the little talking to the camera
Yeah.
shit, they names is just like that. So that's the only reason I know their names. Plus, like they transition to other shit like
That's why they had an impact. They had an impact. They had an impact,
they
especially
had it.
with reality
I'm not
TV of the
denying their
2000s.
impact. I
They
just
had an
did.
impact.
I did not physically
But this
sit
show was
down
based
on
on them
Thursday
drinking
and watch
and
the show.
partying. That's it. This show wasn't based on nothing else. It was based on them drinking and partying. That was it, and fighting.
Yep.
But
At
hey,
the Jersey Shore.
so y'all want to throw a couple fist pumps in here? Go ahead, man. Do what you got to do. Hey, this had an impact on the culture as far as reality TV of the early 2000s. Like I said, you can't talk about it too much. The same way you can't really talk about Flavor of Love too much because it's not like a Making a Band where they was doing music and they was showing this group of younger people coming from the streets or whatnot trying to make it. Nah, you had a bunch of people coming in trying to fall in. I ain't gonna say fall in love with Flavor of Love. I mean with Flavor Flav, but trying to get on, trying to get on. And as far as Jersey Shore, I'm not sure what that idea.
What was the purpose? What was
I'm not sure where
what
that came from.
what was the goal of the TV show? Nothing. It was to show them partying
Hey,
at the Jersey Shore every summer. That was it. And
right?
that's why I couldn't get behind it. I was just like, and
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it with them. I mean, like I said, I can't really dive too deep into what they had going on because it ain't really getting too much deeper than what they had going on. As far as them drinking, fighting, and doing what they doing, they cooked a couple times.
right.
Yeah, let me give them some credit. Hold on, man. I gotta stop. Mike, as far as the Jersey Shore, he was cooking. Like they will hook up some Italian meals. Vinny Mama, she'll come through and hook up some good Italian
Vinny.
looking meals. That's like
Vinny
it was good.
actually won. Vinny actually won the Great Food Truck Race on Food Network. Like that's what I mean. Like these
Okay,
people have went
I
on
ain't know
to
that.
venture to other shit. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to.
So yeah, like yeah, he can cook, and he learned from his mama. So yeah, like it's
And even
they
what they doing now with Jersey Shore Family Vacation, I mean, you can see the growth in some of them.
yeah.
Some of them are like, yeah, on a different timetable, but yeah. Okay, we definitely about to move on. Like I said, I can't stay on Jersey Shore too long. No, last but not least, as far as top 5 reality TV shows of the early 2000s, gotta throw College Hill in here, man. This was one of the ones I definitely enjoyed, man. Probably my favorite one, and the one I'm probably gonna get into more is probably Atlanta. Which one was your favorite?
Where were they at in Atlanta? I'm trying to think of who was on the Atlanta one.
If I'm not mistaken, hold on, matter of fact, I ain't gonna front. I can't remember it might be. I might be thinking about a different one if I'm not mistaken. If I'm thinking about the cast, but if I'm thinking about the right one, because it was the light skinned dude with the dreads. He was the rapper, or whatnot. Hold on.
Oh, I gotta look this shit up because I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Okay, if this ain't this the one in Atlanta? No, this South Beach. My bad. This South Beach.
Bruh, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, that's South Beach. I remember that one though. Okay, yeah, I ain't even gonna front. I don't remember everybody that was on Atlanta.
All right. I remember watching.
Okay, here go like some of the cast.
I remember watching the one where they were in Virginia. I believe that was my
I
favorite
remember that one
one.
too. That might have been the first one. Or was it the
No,
Virgin Islands?
no. The first one was the one with the girl no draws.
Oh,
I just
which one was that?
remember. You don't know. Okay, so the first one, they had a pregnant girl. They had a girl that didn't. I don't know why. Like
Hell
the
no.
whole thing was her no draws, and they had like the nerdy black dude. Like he
No,
was
no, no,
like.
no. No music, please. Damn. I'm trying to remember who these people was, man. Y'all got still Atlanta.
All right, season one. Where the hell they at in season one?
This shit wasn't. It was popular, man. Y'all gotta stop making it seem like this wasn't that popular, cause it's like I don't know. I ain't got too much information.
It was. It was very popular.
Okay,
I remember the one where they
here
went
we
to the
go. We got some of
Caribbean.
them.
I
Yeah,
still
that's
don't
what I'm
remember.
thinking about, the Virgin Islands. Wasn't that what it was?
Yes, bruh.
You
That
remember
one,
them? Yeah, yeah,
the Virgin Island one, that, that fight, that
yeah.
fight, that fight.
Cause he was trying to get an old girl. Yeah, I remember this one. Okay, I remember some of them. Now, what was the one talking about? The one we talking about though?
The first season, I cannot remember where they was at the first season.
No, the one you talking about where they was fighting or whatnot.
That was the Virgin Islands.
Okay,
When
okay.
she beat that girl in the face with the shoe. And it was beat up, but like she should have left her alone because she kept calling her a valley girl. Because that's the thing about college is when you go off to college and then like you meet other people and that one girl, she was from California and she was from, I don't know if she was from the valley, but she spoke like a valley girl. So like she enunciated everything, like put the T at the end. Like she don't say this, that, and do that. She be like this, that, and you know what I mean. She spoke proper, and I hate the fact that black people like do that. Why we do that to each other? Like why?
So you talk.
Like just we not all from the same space. So like we all talk different. We all raised different, and it don't make you any less black because you don't fall into the stereotype of what black Americans are seen as.
Even if it ain't talking, it's the same thing. Like I said, with certain things that I like I said, the comic books or whatnot, or the Marvel movies or whatnot, it's that same deception.
Yeah,
So this the one you talking about, right?
yeah, the Virgin Islands. Yeah, little home chick right there in the pool in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, okay. Cause I remember, yeah,
Cause I remember her. She was small. She was pretty small in stature, and like everybody kept fucking with her because of the way she talked. Home chick right there. She from the Virgin Islands.
and that was the Jamaican chick.
Yeah, cause this all started because they wanted to go to
It's what you
a
talking about.
tramp. They wanted. It was like a carnival parade, and they was just like walking down the street dancing and shit. And then like the California girls didn't want to go because they was like, this is just organized chaos, and I ain't want to be a part of it.
This is some of that stuff we used to watch. I don't know if people. I don't know how young some of my subscribers is. So anybody who be watching my channel, but if you young or maybe up to my age or whatnot, this is that reality we used to watch for reality TV. If you watch something like Love and Hip Hop now, maybe growing up hip hop and all that other stuff that's pertaining to reality TV, this is some of those early things. This didn't have celebrities on here. This had regular Joe Smo people or whatnot that came from college or whatnot, or came from
That
this.
went to HBCUs.
Yeah.
That's what was so pivotal about it, is they were showing us
Shout out BET.
HBCU life. Like this was real life at an HBCU. And it was just like the fact that BET is this back when BET was ran by black people?
Yeah.
Like they
Well,
gave
I don't
us.
know. I can't say that. I don't know. But I do
This is
know
what,
that,
but this is when they truly was giving us black entertainment.
yeah,
Like this was,
even 106 in Park or whatnot, but they was giving us educational programs too at the same time. They had their drama in there. They had all the what's not them fighting or whatnot, but they also showed them going to classes or whatnot and certain things they were working on towards career wise or whatnot. And they also showed them
yeah,
helping out certain people or whatnot and certain programs they was involved in or whatnot. So this is why these was
yep,
one of the most important reality TV shows back then. I ain't trying to disclaim anything or do some talk bad down against Jersey Shore or whatnot, or those other reality shows, even like Flavor of Love, whatnot, because certain individuals done came on to do certain bigger and better things coming off of those reality shows. But as far as
for
just
sure.
the message back then, this show had a good message. Even though it had the drama or whatnot, it still had a good message as far as showing these young black kids in college doing what they was doing or whatnot.
Yeah, because they was still having fun. They was still cutting
Yeah.
up, but they was going to class. They was keeping up with they. Some of them got put on academic probation. Probation.
And that's the thing, though. It wasn't just showing how the highlights or whatnot. It was just showing you also what would come with as far as repercussions or whatnot if you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing in college or whatnot.
Yeah, because I remember that one. I don't remember which season it was, but it was one dude. He was a freshman, and he was mad because he wasn't getting no PT because, like, you know, you get red shirted as a freshman, a football player. Like you can't, like, you don't get a lot of time on the
Yeah.
field and shit like that.
Am I
And
still?
like it
Can you
was,
still see my screen?
yeah.
Okay, okay. I think this one of the scenes in particular, as far as the little drama or whatnot.
Yo, and then like this season to me was it was a lot because like it showed the cultural difference of black people on the island versus black
The
American
deal.
people. Yes.
Oh, start out what you were saying because I want to make sure everybody can hear you
Uh,
because I was
um,
playing this.
sorry.
Oh, you good?
but
Nah, I just want to make sure we hear you because I sound like I wanted to hear what you were saying.
but yeah, this season in particular, it showed us the cultural differences between
Yeah.
black people in the islands and black Americans.
Not all
Like,
black
I
people
mean,
the same.
yeah, that's what I I feel like that's what College Hill was stressing is like not all black people are the same, and we can all coexist in a black space
Yeah.
and respect each other. And it was like this season they had the hardest time respecting each other, and I feel like it was just the whole regional differences, and like they just I don't know,
And this
like
is
they
season
just
4,
couldn't
by
get
the way. This
along.
might have been the last season.
I It was the last season I watched for sure.
Oh, because they started doing like some College Hill interns or something like that. I ain't watched
Turns.
them. I didn't watch that.
I didn't watch that shit either. After that, nah.
Hey,
Oh
I didn't
yeah,
know
this
the
it
light
right
skinned
here.
girl. She was from the Virgin Islands too.
I believe she was
Because
too,
I hear
but
her talking or whatnot, and she got that same, what's her name?
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept picking on little girl, and she
Oh,
had
okay.
the
So
damn
that's
shoe
why
in her hand.
y'all gonna have me
She
going
had
back
the
watching these.
she had that damn shoe in her hand. But yeah, to me, like, cause look, like what was the point? What was the point? What was the point? She had the
Y'all
shoe
remember
in
what
her
I
hand.
said about reality TV back then? What this day and age compared to the new stuff? This was real fighting. Wasn't
This
no
day was
scripted
really
series or
fighting.
nothing like that. She was all
And
over
she
her. And I
got
think
kicked
she
out the house for
bleeding.
that. She got kicked
All
out the
right.
house. Not the Valley girl, but the other girl got kicked out the house because she started. She ran up on her.
You talking about the real skinny one that got naked in the pool or whatnot?
No, she didn't get kicked out. The light skinned one.
Oh,
Which
okay.
yeah, she got kicked out for that shit.
But yeah.
She got kicked out the house. She didn't get kicked out of school, but she got kicked out the house.
Oh yeah. I know she can get out of school, but like I said, I'm not like I said just trying to fascinate on all the drama or whatnot. I'm just showing you just the different aspects of what reality TV shows was based on back then, and as far as how much popularity they got, as far as going off the seriousness of it, as far as reality, no scripted stuff. When people were fighting, they were fighting. They didn't stop the camera. They weren't saying stop, edit. Let's go back and redo this again. Like you see a lot of these shows where you get a lot of pushing, shoving, like people
A lot of
getting stopped
throwing
by security.
drinks.
Yeah, throwing stuff or whatnot, or a bunch of security feeling like they stopping you or whatnot. You will have these shows where I seen a lot of Love and Hip Hop episodes where a girl will jump in front of a dude where he can't get past the girl or whatnot to get to the dude or individual he's trying to get to. And I'm like, come on, man. But that's another reason why I wanted to bring up these as far as I feel like Making the Band 2 and College Hill had a lot of educational things in them as far as trying to get into a business and certain individuals not being prepared for that business and not taking advantage of the opportunities you have at your hand as far as working with somebody like a Diddy or College Hill as far as the educational purposes and getting into a certain atmosphere and getting around certain individuals you're not used to as far as going to college and being around a bunch of new people.
Yeah.
Street ball, yeah, I can say street ball too, as far as just having those opportunities is getting into something where you can't get into the NBA. The thing about N1 was they was able to bring on certain people to where maybe they couldn't get into college. Maybe they couldn't get into the NBA because of a felony or something. Maybe they ain't finished school or whatnot. Guess what? You can come into this street ball thing and do this where you can make some money or make a positive outcome from your life or whatnot, where maybe you couldn't get the opportunity to go to the NBA or overseas or whatnot. So, and even with certain NBA, I mean, N1 players that didn't get the opportunity to go to the NBA, they was able to go overseas and play and make something out of themselves and get certain money or whatnot. But Jersey Shore, shout out Jersey Shore though, man. They was able to do some things too. You got Vinny, DJ, who was it? DJ Paul. Oh, I'm talking about 3 6 Mafia. Who the fuck is his name? Damn.
Pauly D.
Vinny. Yeah, Pauly D. He a DJ or whatnot, though. Because at one point he had got with G-Unit or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but Pauly D. Then you got Snooki them out here, and shout out to them. You know, they had their whole drinking thing on there. That's all they used to show, but they some terrific mothers. I see them out here doing their thing. So, hey, shout out to the Jersey Shore cast, man. I can't speak for everybody, but I know certain individuals that's doing their thing, and they still doing their thing, getting their bread or whatnot as far as MTV hustling them. Well, they hustling MTV, bringing back the nostalgia because they can't make up no new reality TV. You see that?
Boy, the originality sucks right now.
Yeah. You mean reality or just overall TV?
Oh, overall TV, like there's nothing original. Like, and I get it, like it like it's not hard to come up with an original thought, but it's like, bro, like what
Execution. Trying to keep
yeah,
something going
man.
because if you're making TV shows, you got to understand episodes and this and the third. And I think if people cut it down, like Netflix, I think does a good job of making like 8-episode series where you just diving into it. You almost feel like you're watching a 8-hour long movie or something instead of a series. So maybe if they do something like that, especially with companies like ABC, well, I ain't gonna say FX. I think FX do a good job of having not too long series. I think a lot of people stopped that because what was it like? Moesha and them used to have like 20 episodes, 25 episodes a season. So
True.
it was good though.
I mean, that's back when like TV shows actually used to portray some type of realism. Now it's just
Yep.
like it's like
New
is
York
this even
Undercover.
realistic? Like, do people even like yo?
Do you
So
watch reality TV now?
I the only like I always gotta watch
Excuse me.
at least one thing that's ratchet. So the only thing I watch right now is like growing up hip hop, but like it's really stupid.
Oh, I was about to say, you said ratchet. They done went straight ratchet on that from where they started. Master P and them not even fooling with them no more.
Yeah,
Shout out
because
Master
of the
P and Little
ratchetness.
Romeo.
Yo, their exit was just like
I remember that too.
I fucking
I
get it
loved it.
and I understand why. Because Romeo was so mad, he was like, have I ever had any scandals in my career until now?
And the fact
He
that
was like,
they
no.
wanted him to fight so bad on screen, on TV. That's what they wanted. They wanted to
They
have Little
wanted
Romeo
him and
fighting.
Bow Wow to fight. They wanted him and Bow Wow to continue to beef when there was never even a beef. And it's just like,
And I loved
he
it
was like,
because
I'm not doing this shit.
you had Master P and Little Romeo, two individuals coming from real points of life. Master P, Little Romeo got people around him, and they showed that one fight where they had his cousin beat up somebody. Like, they got real individuals around them. I don't want that type of real static. Stop that, man.
Exactly. But yeah, the drama
Even
on that show is just like, why?
it's what they turned it into, because it was supposed to be about showing these young individuals that have grown up in hip hop and showing what they're doing now as far as making another career out of whether it's music or movies. But y'all turned it into love in hip hop with younger individuals, as far as the younger generation of people
I
who came
can't
into the
believe
game.
that they even want to like that the other kids even want to continue. It's like, why do y'all want to be a part of
shit.
this?
I mean, they really, like, you got to think, Romeo Bow Wow and them had other things going on before that, even with Angela and them, Angela Simmons and them. Well, yeah, they had certain things going on, I guess. Do they?
Well,
I'm just saying, I'm thinking Run's house, then I started thinking after, I'm like,
well, they had,
yeah,
okay, Angela and Vanessa had Pastry, and then Angela and Vanessa had their own show. But like the older they got, and then both of them ended up being baby mamas, and I hate to say it like that shit, because I don't want to be like, oh,
yeah.
it makes them less than because they ain't no wife. And that's not what I'm saying, but like, that's not what they planned for their lives. And I know that's not what they wanted, but that's how it ended up being. And I feel like they just kind of like settled for this show because it's just like, well, I ain't doing shit else.
That's,
And
you know,
I can
Johnny
promote what
Blaze.
in I, huh?
Johnny Blaze. That's what I'm saying, though. You have somebody who you brought on there, I feel like, is a talented individual, but you keep throwing her on reality TV to show her fighting and doing what she's doing instead of showcasing the talent. Because I've seen her where she play instrumentals. She sang and she rap.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze
and she can sing.
Yeah, but they kept like I hated the way that they kept doing her, and I was like, why do they?
That's what I'm saying. Throwing her from loving hip hop, then throwing her on growing up in hip hop, but it's like, but that's what I'm saying as far as reality TV and what they're trying to turn it into and what they have turned it into. But it's more so.
It's a bunch of scripted bullshit.
Do you feel like it's more so with us as far as individuals, as far as the black community now, as far as reality TV? Because me sitting here thinking, I don't see too many other shows out there like that now. Like, you remember Jersey Shore and them? I don't see them shows like that no more.
Well, they got all them damn housewives, and we ain't just talking about the black ones because they show.
Maybe that's the reason why, because I don't watch those type of shows.
We don't watch that shit.
But I don't watch reality TV shows like that either. Love and Hip Hop, that shit is over. Black
I don't watch Love, like
I said. I don't
watch
that.
First of all, I used to watch Black Ink. My husband was like, when the fuck they gonna do some tattoos? Ain't this a tattoo show?
And that is scripted. You want to watch a scripted show? That's it. That's scripted. Okay.
I was so mad when they broke away from, like, cause it started out.
It did. It started off pretty much.
It started out what it was, and then it just got like. And then when I really stopped watching when Duchess blew the whistle on everything when she had went on.
And that's when she left. She's gone.
Oh yeah, and she was talking shit. She was like, they script this, they do this. She was like, do you really think that I timed this shit perfectly to be able to do that shit? Like, what the?
And when you go back and watch, you can actually see some of that and be like, yeah, that's some scripted shit. It's scripted hard.
And then what really pissed me off was the way Sky kept using her kids for storyline.
Not only that, just using her own personal life as a storyline, and then it's like, yeah, because you got other people going through shit like that too, and you just throw it out there like, maybe if I can continue doing certain things, maybe I can get on my life on TV like this, and it don't work out for everybody like that at all.
I feel like they just kept exploiting. She got mental health issues.
In the way they keep doing walk. Would you want your life to be portrayed like, you know, that's not really like that? You know, your life is not portrayed like that for real. Like, was like, we got to have a mental case on here. So we're going to do either you or old shit like that. And I see he done got off the whole reality TV thing. I see he doing his own thing as far as shopping Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, or whatnot.
The thing about that, though, is everybody in that shop was more talented than Caesar.
If I'm not mistaken, oh shit was one of the most talented ones, if not the most talented one.
The only person that was more talented than oh shit was the Asian chick that they added, Bay. Bay can tattoo. Bay can tattoo. And then I would say Bay. Then I would say what's her name? Melody. And then I would say
well, I probably know you talking about, but I gotta see the face.
Oh shit, Melody. Huh?
I probably have to see the face. I don't know the name.
Yeah, Melody was the mixed chick with the locks, with the dreads.
Man, I told you I ain't watched it.
Right. But yeah, like
individual.
I used to actually watch it for the fucking tattooing, and then when they started tattooing less, and then Sky was fighting everybody over Teddy, and I was just like, the fuck.
I wish I could have that Teddy job, because nigga, to come on TV just to chill, relax, parlay with everybody in my cousins. I could just chill. Hey,
Teddy and Walt didn't do shit. Teddy and Walt never did shit. They was just there for the ride.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get up off here. You good? I'm about to get up off here. Look out, late. Thank you and appreciate you coming through here again, man. I almost feel like I should have done something with Black Ink since you run that up. I should have had it the first season on here, but that wasn't nowhere near the early 2000s at all.
Nah.
So shout out to anybody that did check us out on the live tonight, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, this was our top 5 reality TV shows from the early 2000s. Let me know in the comment section if you feel like y'all got some that I didn't mention that should be mentioned on the list. Once again, we will be back for a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk this Friday. Make sure you come through and check us out. Other than that, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you're watching me on Twitch, make sure you follow me. Shout out to anybody that's watching me on the Facebook group. I appreciate it. Anything you got left to do?
Nah, I just feel like as far as reality TV shows, Black people do better. Don't be so thirsty for that check.
What if we get that invite to do a reality TV show based on what we do?
But see, that's the thing. It's about who's producing it and who's doing the editing, because they can make us look like shitty people.
I would never agree to some shit like that. I don't care. I'm glad I'm at the age too. I know nah.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing is you fall prey
not
to
even just about
whatever
me, it's
the
about
producers want to show.
They name like no way.
Yeah, nah, because like they
we know our worth.
The fact that that's how Black people are portrayed to the rest of the world, and the rest of the world never get to meet Black people in real life, and they think this is how we are. They think love and hip hop, that's how Black people are.
And you talking about like going over to the other countries, going over out of the United States and this and the third. Completely
and they see
understandable.
This shit. They see this shit, and I'm like, we multifaceted people. We are multidimensional people. We are so different and so vast, but this is all you see, and you think that this is how all Black people act, or this is how Americans act, period. That's
why I want to put emphasis on what I said about Making the Band 2 in College Hill. And if those are some reality shows that you haven't watched, go back and check them out. I'm telling you, you'll have certain moments in there where you're like, okay, that's a message. It's a lot of good messages in there, but it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of fighting, but it's a lot of nostalgia, man. It's something you're going to catch and be like, I got to catch the next episode. After you watch that, go back and watch the stuff you watch. Go and watch the stuff you're watching today as far as reality TV.
You will see the difference in the script, and you'll be 100%. Like, damn, this shit ain't scripted.
All right, that's all we have for tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna reach out to you and you let me know when you got the time to be able to catch me on the top 5 as far as I forgot which one I was about to do again. I got like 3 of them I'm working on. It's a top 5 Black people to survive horror movies part 3. Shout out to my people at work, T and Darnell. They helped me with this list because they was making me upset. Not upset really, but they were making me upset because they were naming things that I thought I already knew about. I'm like, I know I watched that. Hold on, that Black person survived in that Black person. All right, I got to name them. But I'm definitely working on that. And other than that, like I said, Uncut Is Talk, that's pretty much it. So I'll hit you up and let you know how your schedule is so we can work around that or whatnot.
All right.
As far as Friday, I supposed to have a couple people supposed to be joining us. Maybe some of the same ones we had coming through joining us. Shout out Perk Minded. I think he working on a new episode of, oh no, he finished with that. Attack on the Titans. Definitely go check him out if y'all haven't checked them out. As far as my subscribers on the YouTube page, definitely go hit him up. But once again, if you on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 400 subs. We're getting closer. I appreciate once again the deal for showing up and doing what she's doing. She does not be having all the time in the world to do this, but I do appreciate the time to take to join me. Somebody hit my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. My phone keep going. But anyway, appreciate y'all for coming through, checking me out. Like I said, be on the lookout for Uncut Is Talk Friday at 9 p.m. on Twitch and YouTube and on the Facebook group. We out.